Welcome to the RV Rental Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Maxson, and I'm thrilled to guide you through the journey of launching, growing, and managing a profitable RV rental business.
Welcome to RV Rental Secrets podcast. I am here with my business partner, my co-host, my friend. I call her my work wife, Stacy, and today we're here to talk about community and mentorship. Good morning, Stacy. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm happy. I just had to close my door. My boys were in the middle of a heated game of Monopoly. And so it was getting a little loud out there. I told them they got to take it down a notch. You know, when it gets towards the end of the game there and you got hotels and stuff like that, you know, it gets a little serious.
Oh yeah, real estate always is, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. Well, let's talk some real estate. Let's talk, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't even matter if you're in business. Mentorship and community can really be applied, you know, to all areas of life: marriage, finances, physical fitness, homeschooling, you name it. Mentorship and community, they're key to anything.
Yeah, that's so true. Like, I know I've heard the phrase before, like finding someone that's just a couple years ahead of you and to learn from them. And I feel like that's important, like you said, in all areas of life.
Yeah, find someone that's several years ahead of you. And then too, the other thing is find someone that's several years behind you. You know, there is so much information and revelation and stuff that you have to impart into others. And a lot of times we just kind of sell ourselves short. We don't realize that there is somebody that's where I was 1, 5, 10 years ago that would love the bit of information that I could provide them. And sometimes we just don't think that we have a bunch of value to bring to the table, but that's just not true.
Yeah, and even so, like finding someone that's behind you. With talking with some of our new franchise signups recently, like just the excitement and the passion that they have, I find that kind of reignites my passion and excitement for the industry and for the business. You know, that's kind of burned out along the way because we've been through so much. So I think finding someone that's just getting started can help you along as well.
Yeah, that is so true. I was just texting with Brent that just signed up with us in Clearmont, Florida. And he was just cracking me up. He's texting me late into the night and he's like, yeah, I'm sitting here planning this domination for Florida. I'm twisting my mustache and having this and he's just saying all these funny things. And it's just, yeah, it's like a brand new, right? Kind of like when you first start dating or just, you know, new venture, stuff like that. It's like just the excitement and the energy and it helps you too, to like really, yeah, remember your journey and how far you've come. You know, Stacy, you and I talk about that. Like, man, we got to slow down sometimes, celebrate our wins. But you and I are always just grinding and focusing. Okay, what's next? What's next? How do we improve this? How do we improve that? And sometimes just simply sitting down, looking back 6, 12 months, that gives you the energy and excitement and anticipation of what's to come to just, you know, refuel you.
Yeah, and I think, you know, being part of a community or having a mastermind that you're a part of, things like that, it kind of helps you take accountability and to see, like you mentioned, how far you've come. If you don't have someone reminding you of that, it's really easy to just kind of keep going and not look at your accomplishments. So I think that's really a good way that masterminds or a mentor can help.
Yeah, for sure. You know, they say at the end of the day, our minds naturally go towards what we didn't accomplish instead of the things that we did accomplish. And so I've got that on my calendar every night. And it's a reminder to sit down and just think of 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 wins for the day, one goal for tomorrow, and then a question to sleep on. And literally, that says that practice, our subconscious mind will start working on that goal or that question for the next day. And you literally wake up feeling like you've almost already accomplished it and you've got some good ideas towards it.
I like that. Now, who are some of your mentors or what groups are you a part of that you feel are helping you in business and in life?
So, yeah, I'm always doing some sort of course or program or this or that. Next month, my wife and I are going to a couple-day event. I actually just this morning messaged, his name is Joe Gigliotti, and he is he wrote the $1 Million Speaker book, and he has different mastermind groups. I just messaged him this morning to see what his current offers are for groups, because one of the things that I really want to sharpen my skills in continuously is being a communicator, being a speaker, being able to present ideas and move an audience. And so that's something that he's a professional at, and that's something that I'm looking into as far as joining a mastermind. Because currently I'm not in one, outside of, we have our Fireside franchise family, obviously, and we meet up every Thursday night and we share and we talk about different things and go over questions and strategies. But outside of that, I've been listening to a lot of Jim Rohn lately. You're familiar with Jim Rohn, probably, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm always like going to the source of this. So I'll find somebody and I'm like, okay, who did they learn this from? So I listened to a lot of Tony Robbins, and I realized Tony Robbins learned a lot of what he learned from Jim Rohn. So now I'm listening to a lot of Jim Rohn. And Andrew Womack is somebody I follow largely as a spiritual mentor. Myron Golden is the man. Man, I love Myron Golden. I listen to him probably, if not every day, every other day. How about you?
Yeah, I love his information. And Ben Hardy is another one. He talks a lot about like mindset and growth. So that's a big one for me. And then I'm part of the Society of Entrepreneurial Women. That's a mastermind I'm in right now. It focuses a lot on real estate. One of my main goals, build or buy our campgrounds. So I'm learning from all these women that have already done that and starting to build those relationships and network. That's another huge part of being part of a mastermind or a community, is getting that kind of Rolodex of people that you can ask questions and learn from them.
Yeah, it's so, and I forget what the term is. Napoleon Hill calls it. He calls it like a third mind. Like when we come together and we mastermind and we just talk about ideas and just creativity sparks. Do you know the term I'm thinking of, Stacy, or no?
Yeah, I do remember hearing it.
Yeah, it's
something like a third mind.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, it's literally like our minds, our energy, our spirits connect, and we just create this environment that just fosters creativity. It's just so cool. And me, Stacy, I'm always multitasking, so I'm literally scrolling Facebook here as we're recording our podcast, and I see Ronnie Miller, our new franchisee that's signing up there in Tennessee. He just posted an hour ago, we don't have to make all the mistakes ourselves. We can learn from the mistakes of others. And that was a quote by Truett Cathy. I'm not sure who Truett Cathy is, but that's just so cool. I love how I just saw that quote and he's thinking like that, right? That's one of the beauty of doing business together. That's one of the things that God has really shown me with Fireside is, a lot of people that, especially that are existing RV rental companies, and then they come into our environment somehow and they're like, well, why would I partner with Fireside? And I tell them the main reason why you would is community. It's so you're doing life with other people. And obviously there's other benefits, right? When you have a large group of people doing the same thing together, we have a special agreement with RV Share, different things like that. We have dealership accounts for parts and in our masterminds, like we're meeting up. We're going to be at the Hershey, Pennsylvania RV show in September. And we did that full race car sponsorship at Talladega. And we're all meeting up in Tampa in January to hang out and just mastermind and stuff. But community really is the main draw, I say. And when you're all, partnered together like that, it's just such a powerful thing. Doing business alone is it's lonely. It's boring.
Yeah. And there's so many things that happen where they're just like a question you want to gain from others' experiences. And we have that so much like in our Facebook group or our Q&A sessions where people are just like, okay, like, how do fifth wheels do in your area? Or this broke, how do I fix it? So many questions that because there's that community, they can get answers quickly from other people instead of figuring out how to do it themselves.
Yeah, that's true. It brings so much comfort and it takes out a lot of the mystery. And now, Stacy, I am on a website right now. I'm looking for a massage chair. And so that made me think of the word comfort. It just brings comfort knowing that you don't have to make a decision and then find out 30, 60, 90 days down the road if it's the right decision or not. Because you can ask others who have already gone down that road. And I do love that about our Facebook group as well, that we have the RV rental owners group. Let me see what that, so if you go to Facebook groups and you type in RV rental owners, if you search that, that's going to pull up our RV rental owners group. We've got almost 5,000 members in there. And right, it's community. That's literally how I started promoting Fireside before, as far as looking for partners, was I was in the different Facebook groups and finding community there. But then you find, as you're kind of niching down on, okay, what kind of community do you want to be part of? Like this group that we have here with 5,000 members, you can post a question in here and get many different answers from many different people with many different worldviews and, many different ways of looking at things. Where in the Fireside family, it's a little more niche-y, right? We're faith-filled entrepreneurs. We're all about purpose and generational wealth. And like Stacy said, she wants to own a campground someday. And that's one of the things we're doing at Fireside, is we're looking at purchasing storage facilities and campgrounds. And, so adding actual real estate to what we're doing, because, as we all know, RVs depreciate, real estate appreciates. So if you can have a piece of appreciating property where you can be charging the storage fees and collecting those and different things like that, it's just, you've added multiple spokes to your business model. And those kind of things are figured out inside of community, right? As we mastermind and talk about those things and look at the industry together as a whole and talk about the future.
Yeah, exactly. And like you had mentioned, comfort. And I think just having that community where you can be like, oh, I'm really slow right now. How about you? And just knowing if they're going through the same things that you're going through, it brings that comfort of knowing that, oh, okay, they're doing it too. So I know I'm doing okay. Or, you might find out something different where, oh, everyone else is doing really well and I'm not. So how can I figure out what they're doing to help myself grow, and getting those ideas to further you along in your business.
Yeah, that's really good. We just had that with a franchise of ours in Orlando. I was approached by another company that's about 30 minutes from them. They're looking to sell their company. And we were just conversing back and forth, and we noticed, man, they have quite a bit more bookings than our Orlando branch. Our Orlando branch has been around since like 18, and this company just started in 20. So it kind of gave us a fresh perspective of things, and we realized, oh, we actually hadn't adjusted our prices for a little bit. We were a little high on our pricing. So again, just having that conversation and stuff like that. It makes me think too of Sam in Las Vegas, our Fireside RV in Las Vegas. He is part of a Las Vegas RV rental owners. Let me see, I forget her name, but I want to give her a shout out because she's a rock star. Katie Reeder's her name. Katie Reeder has this group. It's got 81 members in it. It's Las Vegas rental owners only. And literally just the other day, they had an emergency where booking was canceled. This family was literally about to show up. She put a post in here inside her community. I tagged Sam in Las Vegas. RV Share got involved, and they literally all came together. And like within 2 hours, they were able to save this family's vacation community,
Yeah. Yeah. And I've even had that with, like, we've had an RV breakdown not near us, and being able to reach out to other franchises that are in the area to help out. So that's another way that community has really helped me. And two, like with those Facebook groups, that can be a great way to find someone maybe that can drive for you, pick up or deliver a camper last minute if something happens and you're not able to. So there's so many ways that community can help.
Yeah, there really is, for sure. And then always inside of these communities, you find those leaders, those people that just have the teacher mentoring heart about them, that can help with not just your business, because as I would, tell everybody that in these groups that they're just renting one RV, and they're like, well, it's not a business. We're just renting our RV. And I tell them, you most definitely are running a business. Do you have sales? Do you have marketing? Do you have customer service? Do you have bookkeeping? That's a business. You're just running a owner operator, one unit business, but you're still running a business. And with that being said, when you're running a business, like Myron Golden says, all work works. It either works on you or it works for you. renting your one RV, it's gonna work on you and it's gonna work for you. You're gonna have customers that are gonna push your buttons. You're gonna have repair issues that you're trying to figure out. So it's gonna make you grow. It's gonna challenge you mentally. Heck, it can challenge you physically. You can be laying under a camper working on something that you have no clue about and trying to loosen a nut and this and that, and you're sweaty and dirty and all the things. So that's the thing about entrepreneurship is it works on you on many different aspects. So having the community, having a mentor, and the one thing that we're always talking about at Fireside is we have mentors, but we also have models. You know, we have our proven path that people can walk down. So knowing exactly what step to take and when to take it and how to take it and what to avoid. And that's part of what we just read in our Fireside Fast Track framework, wasn't it, Stacy? Our success path, walking people all the way through.
Yeah, and yeah, with that, I mean, we kind of saw there was a gap where we have these really successful franchises and we didn't really have anything for them to work towards, like once they had that one successful franchise. So what we're working towards now is building out, our fifth stage of the success path, which is going to be maybe opening another franchise, or like you had mentioned, purchasing real estate so you can do storage or repairs, and just different ways to work together and keep building that community. And they can even work to mentor some of the new franchises. So having that community and that feedback is a way that we've found those gaps within our system and we're able to improve.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's always areas to improve. There's always areas where you're lacking a little bit. There's always areas where you need some extra help. And Stacy, I'm still on this website here looking at this massage chair, okay? And what I noticed while I was looking at it, it doesn't massage the neck. It only gets the shoulders and the arms and the legs. So I'm thinking about this while we're talking about it, like, man, you need the full gamut, right? Like, I'm not buying a massage chair that don't massage my neck. I'm not getting involved in a community that doesn't help me grow in all areas of life, and that's one of the things with entrepreneurship that just cracks me up. I feel like I just got this revelation the last couple of years, honestly, is there's so many of us entrepreneurs out there trying to build our own brand and trying to build our own business, really. And at the end of the day, what is the goal of that? Why are we trying to do that? For the most part, most people are doing that. It's to say, look what I did. Look what I accomplished. It's honestly, it's pride. It's you're trying to prove something to yourself. You're trying to prove something to your dad. You're trying to prove something to the world. When it shouldn't be that way, when we are in community and collaboration and we're all going up together, when we're all going and growing together, it's much more beautiful thing because Stacy sees things that I don't see. I see things that Stacy doesn't see. I have gifts that Stacy doesn't have. She has gifts that I don't have. And so when we swallow our pride and we come alongside and we partner with people, that's really where community and really where growth happens.
Yeah, I think that's a great note to end on. I know we mentioned the Facebook group, so I'll put that in the show notes. And I want to invite everyone to join that group. Like Gar said, there's 5,000 members that are all in the RV rental business, and you can definitely learn from them. Post any questions you have, use the search to, see if anyone else has answered and asked your question before and get that information, and we can just grow together. So thank you guys for joining us this week. We hope that we'll see you in the Facebook group and we'll talk again next week.
Awesome. We'll talk to you then, y'all.